Not all Pokemon are cut from the same cloth, especially in Pokemon Draft League. Some are so broken to the point of being banned in the format altogether. Obvious ones include your box art legends, like say Kyogre and Groudon. But what about the less obvious ones? How can a Ghost-type Pokemon with only 120 attack and no reliable Ghost Stab on the physical side, and a measly base 100 special attack be considered the undisputed king of Pokemon Draft League? What makes it so centralizing when it's allowed? Today, we will finally tackle the question, why is Dragapult so broken in Pokemon Draft League? Hey guys, OG Albino here, and if you guys do enjoy today's video, be sure to drop a like on it as well as subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 5,000 subs, and I would really appreciate it if you help me out along in reaching that goal. It really helps me out, and if you enjoy Draft League content, whether it be battles or discussion videos like this is your spot to be. That being said, let's go ahead and talk about Dragapult. Let's start off with those stats. 88 HP, 120 attack, 75 defense, 100 special attack, 75 super def, and 142 speed. Not only are the attacking stats mediocre, by Generation 9 standards at least, but the bulk isn't anything to write home about either. How can a Pokemon largely mediocre in bulk and attacking metrics be so ungodly broken? Well, the first part to that equation is the ridiculous base 142 speed. I'm sure you've noticed a bit of a trend in this series so far. Everything is fast, and Dragapult is no different. It outspeeds the majority of the metagame with ease, and when we factor in its other plentiful positive qualities, it becomes incredibly overbearing and over-centralizing. Next, we'll look at the Dragon and Ghost typing. There's literally nothing in the game that deals with that dual stab combination based on resistances alone. Okay, I'm being hyperbolic. The King Gambit line and the Grimmsnarl lines take not very effective damage from both of Pult's stabs. However, King Gambit and Bisharp are susceptible to Flamethrower, and both lines are petrified from a stray Will-O-Wisp coming their way. Wigglytuff is also immune to Dragapult stabs, but it is Wigglytuff. Even if we try and pretend these are reliable answers to Pult, there's 3 Pokemon that can handle your dual stabs alone. As we alluded to with King Gambit and Grimmsnarl, Dragapult's speed and dual stabs aren't the only thing it has going for it. It has possibly one of the greatest move pools ever. On top of the aforementioned dual stabs being largely unguardable with its access to Dragon Darts, Draco Meteor, Shadow Ball, and Hex, it also has access to coverage moves in Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, and Surf on the special side, and the ever-important U-turn on the physical side. It doesn't stop on the offensive side though. Pult has some incredible status options as well. With its insane speed, it is absolutely incredible at spreading Will-O-Wisp and Thunder Waves, and it can even set up a Dragon Dance or set up dual screens for its teammates. Heck, it even has some fun niche options in Disable and Curse. Just one quality doesn't make Dragapult broken. It isn't just speed, it isn't just its dual stabs, and it isn't just its incredible move pool. Heck, it isn't even just 2 of these things. It's the combination of all 3 working together in unison. The immense amount of positive qualities and ginormous toolbox that Pult has at its disposal seem to work together in perfect unison. This ensures that not only does Dragapult never have a bad matchup, it always has an incredible matchup. You just need to find the right set. You can go with a Choice Mix variant and push through your opponent's checks in conjunction with your unresisted stabs, great coverage, and hazards as you turn infinitely until Pokemon are in that 2-hit KO range. You can throw on some heavy-duty boots and function as an incredible pivot with your great natural defensive and offensive typing, throwing around U-turns and Will-O-Wisps in optimal scenarios. You can set up some Dragon Dances and win, run mixed attacker variants, or even set up some of the fastest non-prankster dual screens in the format. As long as you're creative enough in the builder and analyze your matchup well enough, you'll find some set to work. Dragapult has only been allowed once in DPL during Season 3. For those who are unaware, the Draft Premier League is the most competitive Draft League tournament there is. And the only reason Pult was ever allowed there in the first place is because it was the first season after the release of Sword and Shield, and we simply didn't know how busted it was yet. If these teams look a little underwhelming power-wise, keep in mind this is very early in Switch's lifespan. Therefore, Pokemon Home had not dropped, nor the DLCs that added a ton of Pokemon back to the game. This made Switch's early decks pretty tame power creep-wise. Dragapult found its way into a ton of bulky balance teams, Corviknight being one of its most common partners. It was also exclusively found next to bulky fairies in the likes of Togekiss, Sylveon, Weezing and Clefable. It was also often paired with big-time breakers in the early Switch format like Conkeldurr, Obstagoon, Toxtricity, Mamoswine, and Excadrill to take advantage of its U-turns. It really only took one season for the community's top players to realize Pult and its plentiful tools were simply too much for any metagame. On the Wi-Fi side of things, PokeMMD was able to give Pult a go in SPL Season 1. He saw great success pairing it alongside other momentum-heavy offense mons in Thundurus Therian, Azelf, and Quaquaval, an offensive fighting type that loved the free switches into Normal, Dark, and Steel types that Dragapult forced in. He also paired it with great hazard setters in Heatran and Overqwil. Dragapult was far from AIM's kill leader this season. In fact, it was Quaquaval. But I believe Dragapult was the reason for his run to the championship and the reason his team functioned so well. A great example of this was in his semifinals game against Mephisto. In this game, he went for a more unconventional Choice Scarf variant, allowing him to outpace any scary relevant Scarfers in Gengar or Terra Passimian. It put in some incredible work too, forcing a KO on Setagarda, and luring in a Scarf Gengar that thought it could outspeed Pult, letting it grab another surprise KO. It even got great use of its Curse Body ability that game, disabling Pyro Ball of a Choice Band Cinderace, allowing for the aforementioned 2-hit KOs, and a Ceaseless Edge from Samurott after getting said KOs. The final Curse Body was pretty huge, allowing Torterra to come in and set up on it for absolutely free. Torterra was then able to both confirm Scarf from Passimian and knock out Samurott on a sack after a U-turn. This sack to Scarf close combat allowed Thunderous Therian a free discharge KO into the Cinderace sack, and a 1v1 of Swords Dance Life Orb Scizor, and the final KO on a Choice Locked Passimian from Clefable, sealing the game in the trip to finals for AIM. I think this game was a perfect example on how Dragapult is so broken and potent. Its speed tier and utility allowed it to not only pick up a few KOs, but set in motion a very clear line to victory for its teammates. Previously in the series, we'd cover the likes of Mega Alakazam and Chien-Pao. Both of these mons offer a level of wall-breaking and sweeping far beyond anything Dragapult can offer. Despite this, Dragapult is just as broken as these two Pokemon in my opinion. Not due to its raw power, but instead due to the combination of the incredible qualities it has. If you guys did enjoy this episode of why it's broken, how it's broken, I still can't ever get the name down, be sure to drop a like on the video. Let me know what you guys think of Pult. I figured this is a good one to do and maybe explain because I get a lot of questions on why is Pult banned, why is Pult broken. It doesn't kill everything, it doesn't 2-hit KO everything all the time. I think this video does a pretty good job at like explaining the baseline level of why this mon is so ridiculous. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you think I'm absolutely wrong, I'd love to have a discussion with you. And yeah, drop a like if you enjoyed. Something new. See you guys next time. Later.